Ooh, what's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB. Welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling 2013. We are playing as the WWE in the year of 2015, and we are booking the final show of the month of April, NXT. And I'm actually really excited for this NXT. We got some big debuts, but before we get to the big debuts, I do want to address something. AJ Styles. I've been getting a lot of requests for AJ Styles lately, and I understand, AJ Styles is very popular even before WWE. He's the biggest free agent out there. And now that he's in WWE, a lot of people want to see him, especially more. And I regret to inform a lot of you that at the moment, I will not be hiring AJ Styles. He is on my short list, and I do plan to bring AJ in at the moment. The only reason I am not bringing in AJ at this moment is I don't have any plans for him. Believe it or not, I have a lot of things already planned for the rest of the game. Whether it turns out bad or not, I'm sticking to my guns. This is the storylines that I feel that I would have booked. This is where I would have gone, and I'm really liking my plans. I'm very invested in them, and AJ's a guy that I don't want to just bring in and then have him sitting there. You know what I mean? I want to do him justice when I bring him in. I don't want to bring in AJ and then be like, oh, here's AJ Styles, everyone. Yay, we have AJ Styles. And let's have him take on Cena here and Bryan here. But I don't have any major feuds for AJ because I have feuds for other people. So AJ will be brought in, not anytime soon. I have no plans of ending this series, so if any of you are worried about that, I'm very dedicated to this series. If you have any doubts, I've pushed aside my WCW and WWF, and no worries to those who are fans of those series as well. They are going to continue. I've just been really focused on WWE. I'm trying to catch up to myself from the restart to kind of justify my restart a little bit more. Get the heck out of here, Windows 10. I don't want you. Okay, now that we're done with that, nerds and geeks. Now that we got the AJ situation out of there, don't worry. I'm not ignoring you. I love AJ as much as the next guy, but I'm not bringing him in just yet. I will bring him in sooner or later. My apologies for upsetting any of you or letting some of you guys down, but I do have some big debuts in mind. AJ's not the only big indie star out there, and there might be some big indie stars debuting here tonight. Some you might already be in NXT, some might not. Let's run the show and find out. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. That was really friggin' long. You guys might have been spoiled. This match did really good. And you didn't tell me that. Either way, we have count 'em, 4 pre-show matches tonight. And that's just kind of how it turned out because I wanted to do some things and I was like, well, I try to make sense out of everything. So instead of doing numerous tag team matches back to back, I wanted singles matches to separate them. So here we have a debut, although it's not on the show, but a debut nonetheless because I wanted to kind of test her out. This right here is Mandy Lyon. If any of you aren't familiar with her, she is I know she wrestles in ROH. She might wrestle in Shine as well. You don't get much recognition on ROH if you're a female at the moment. They don't televise their matches, but on YouTube they have the Woman of Honor. So some good matches on there. I checked her out myself. She's actually really, really good. I don't know why WWE hasn't picked her up yet because she's freaking gorgeous and she's excellent in the ring. So she would be over in a second. She can probably be a great heel too. But either way, I hired her because if I were WWE, I'd snatch her up. And this is kind of her debut. And she's in the ring with the NXT Women's Champion. So we have a match that had solid ring action but non-existent crowd heat, or not much weighing heat, I should say. Non-existence worse. Sasha Banks defeating Maria Hera. That's what I named her. That's not a permanent name. If anyone has better suggestions, go ahead. I kind of don't want to stick too much with independent names. Big name people, like AJ Styles, for instance, would keep his name. But other people I might not. Like, for instance, Mandy Leon's not a big name, so I believe WWE would change her. And I'm going to also try to be creative with those as well. If anyone has any better suggestions for her, go right ahead. Maria Hera, I kind of just chose because she's really beautiful. She kind of, this kind of sounds cheesy, and I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, But for some reason, I envision her kind of having like a goddess kind of gimmick where she feels like I don't know if she's Greek. I don't want to say she's Greek, but I feel she's Greek. But I envision her kind of having like this goddess gimmick, and I looked up like I think I looked up like the most beautiful goddess or Greek goddess on Google, and well, the goddess Hera came up, so I was like, all right, Maria Hera sounds pretty cool, so why not? Like I said, if anyone has any suggestions, let me know. She debuted a perfectionist gimmick, but again, I don't believe it told me it was far too soon. I'm pretty sure it said it was fine, but again, whatever. Maybe I'm just not looking at it. I don't know. But altogether, though, even though it was pretty soon, got a 64. And let me rant about this. I know Total Extreme Wrestling 2016 has been announced. I haven't talked much about it. I was going to upload a video, and I still plan to, so we'll get to it. But I really hope they fix this with the developmental system. Hell, I hope they let you play as a developmental system. That way it makes it easier so you don't have to kind of go around it. But I hate, and this is apparently what I've been told, but it's still a problem even if it's not what it is. I hate how in the developmental system, how when I call somebody up, they're stuck with a gimmick or they're stuck with being a face or a heel, and I can't change it because they were that down there. Like, to me, I hate that. Like, let me change it. Just because that's what they were down there, maybe I don't want to keep that, you know? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Either way, this did really well. It's a 60C. Very satisfied with that. Despite the fact how it being too soon, it got a 64 rating. I'm actually pretty satisfied with that. And the performance of Sasha Banks stood out as being good, so I have no complaints about this. And a plus, Hera is improving in Rumble skills. That's like 2 thumbs up right there, nerds and geeks. My apologies for the rants right here. We're only on the first pre-show match. We haven't even gotten in the show, and I'm just ranting. Bringing it down here, we have a 42D in an extremely short match. The Vaudevillains once again rolling on with the momentum, defeating the Von Erichs. We've seen Russ Von Erich. I know his real name is Ross, but for some reason I just can't call him Ross. I keep calling him Russ, so I just called him Russ. Sue me. Russ Von Erich, we've already seen. I believe he debuted with like Colt Toombs before, but now we have his cousin, brother. I have no idea what Marshall is to him. He's debuted finally. We brought him finally into NXT. He signed a contract. We brought them both up. They're not staying. They're just here to job right now to the Vaudevillains. Von Erichs losing to the Vaudevillains in 4 minutes and 43 seconds when Simon Gotch defeated Russ with the Blue Monster Driver. And Marshall getting a 65 on his family tradition. No skill improvements. We then go on to a 61C. And a match had some good action and average heat. Sami Zayn defeating Solomon Crow in 9 minutes and 57 seconds with the hell of a kick, or haluva kick. And Sami's improving in performance, as is Crow, so that's always good to see. I have plans for Solomon Crow, so we're going to be seeing quite a lot of him in the near future. And then our main event of the pre-show was absolutely atrocious. Okay, let's not be... Well, no, it is pretty bad. It's a 52D plus for our main event of a pre-show. I mean, it's the freaking pre-show, but still garbage. What the hell is up with these tag team matches tonight? Jay, you didn't close the door all the way, I think. Either way, Finn Balor and Hideo Itami teaming up to take on the tag team of David Otunga and Curtis Axel, which some of you may remember are former tag team champions, actually. I don't know why this did so bad. I'm going to have to check out the dirt sheet after this, but my way of getting both Balor and Itami more momentum, and I thought it would have been cool to see Otunga and Axel or McGillicuddy team up again. And interesting enough, they have great chemistry, so I might make a team out of these two. Who knows? Although the announcing quality wasn't up to the same standard as the match, although it is a 52D plus, and I didn't get a rating for that anywhere else. And Finn Balor's performance stood out as being good, so there's that. And Otunga is improving in Rumble and Technical, so there's that. And by the way, David Otunga took the fall when Finn Balor took him down with the flying double stomp. What brought this down? Okay, so Hideo Itami and them hold him back. Otunga in a poor gimmick. Otunga doing the most damage, it seems like. Axel doing some damage in there, too. And then an odd heel in face because freaking Hideo Itami. I hate that. Well, whatever. I took a long time to get through the pre-show. My apologies. Moving on to the actual show. We start off with a match, and not only a match, a debut match, nerds and geeks. This gets a 59C, and a match at some good action, but not much weighing heat. Samoa Joe making his debut on NXT as he takes on Bull Dempsey in a match that takes, or whatever, what am I going on about? 8 minutes and 4 seconds. He beats him with the Muscle Buster. Samoa debut, or Samoa. That's his nickname. We're just going to skip calling him Samoa Joe. We're going to call him Samo. Combine the two names. All right. Samoa Joe debuting his Samoan submission machine gimmick, and this gets a 98 rating. That's a freaking excellent rating for a gimmick. Thank you, Samoa Joe. Good match to start the show. And Bull Dempsey taking the fall. I thought I would have been... I needed the big guy. I originally thought Braun Strowman, but Braun Strowman's garbage. So I went with Bull Dempsey. Samoa Joe making his debut. So not a big deal to some of you because he's already in NXT. But we finally introduced him in our NXT. So there's that. And then Samoa Joe, even though it says backstage promo, we're going off of this. He just had his match. He does the promo pretty much saying that Samoa Joe is here in NXT. It's been a long ride. He's finally in the WWE, and here's to dominate, all that stuff. Gets a 70C+. That's freaking great. Samoa Joe so far looking good, nerds and geeks. Very satisfied with him. And then we then go to a 34E+. Kalisto is no Samoa Joe. Pretty much just ranting about Sin Cara, asking him why. We were compadres. We were brothers, man. But I'm doing a horrible Hispanic accent right there. My apologies for offending anybody. But just Kalisto pretty much asking Sin Cara why he would turn on him. And then we go to Tyler Breeze hyping his match later on tonight against Jack Swagger. That will be our main event of the night. The Real American taking on Prince Pretty. And then Charlotte in the ring, getting ready to compete. Oh, by the way, I put Ric Flair with Charlotte, apparently. I don't remember doing that, but I did. And that's probably because Ric Flair was pissing me off. And I couldn't fire him because Charlotte, would have got mad. But now they have excellent chemistry together, so I might not just let his contract expire. Well, she is a heel, so we'll keep going with it. Charlotte's in the ring about to compete in a match. And Sasha Banks comes out to scout on her. This does a 61C. Very satisfied with that. And Charlotte and Rick together is also awesome. If I would have known Flair was with her, I would have made the next match end with a little bit of a manager interference. So that sucks. But either way, Charlotte does... Wow, I just got really tongue-tied there. Pretty much just open challenge. She's now, Sasha Banks is out there watching her, and she's going to, pretty much saying, just to prove that I am the better woman, and that I am better than you, and that I am going to be the new NXT Women's Champion again, yada, yada, yada. I'm issuing an open challenge to anybody in the back who thinks they can take me on. And Flair also helping Charlotte, so that is awesome as well. So maybe. If Flair's going to give her better grades, I'll keep him around. Moving on, we have the person who's accepting the challenge, and a new debut, nerds and geeks. I should start saying that in an Oprah voice. And okay, I'm not going to do it. Never mind. Shut up. Talia Sky, better known as Velvet Sky to some of you from TNA, comes to the ring, making her NXT debut and her WWE debut, talking about how she's fought and clawed her way to get here. Now she's here, and she saw just the perfect opportunity. What better way to make her NXT debut by beating the former NXT Women's Champion, the daughter of Ric Flair, and the current #1 contender to the NXT Women's title. Velvet Sky making her debut, accepting Charlotte's open challenge, debuting her Babe gimmick, and getting a 93 rating. Hell yeah. And then we go on to the match, which gets a 51D+. Not the best match. In fact, not even remotely close to being the best match, but although it did have some good action, not much weight in heat though. Charlotte defeating Sky with the figure 4. I should probably turn that into the figure 8. Again, if I would have known Ric Flair was with Charlotte, I would have made this end with a little bit of a manager interference, but then again, I didn't know that. But Sasha was on commentary for this match. Talia's debut didn't go as planned. I think this is going to be a permanent name. It combines her independent name, which she does go by Talia, and her... I don't remember what she doesn't go by Talia Sky. She goes by something else. But then I combines her TNA name as well. So I think I'm going to stick with this one as well. I like Talia Sky and we'll see with the other one that I like her name. But I think you guys already know who she is. I'm not going to say it, though, just in case. We then go to Kevin Owens just ranting about Finn Balor, talking about Balor once again in his business, referencing last week when he was going to take out Goldust for good. So, building up to the eventual match between the two at TakeOver. And then a music video hyping up the debut of Hideo Itami. And then we have our main event, which does garbage. Thanks a lot. I should have had Samoa Joe end off the night. Bold Dempsey and Samoa Joe did better. Tyler Breeze ending off the night against Jack Swagger. Some good action in average heat. Breeze defeating Swagger with the beauty shot. Coulter doing good work, as he always does. Tyler Breeze improving in technical. Why did this do bad? Swagger got a lot of oh boy, Tyler. Stamina. Tyler, what are you doing? Stamina. Jack, Jesus, man. Whew. All right. And then just Tyler Breeze issuing a challenge to Hideo Itami. 62C. I can't complain with that rating. That's I don't deserve that rating. But I guess the debuting of Samoa Joe and Talia Sky made it enough for people to go, hell yeah, good show. Especially Samoa Joe, I bet, because this is his first appearance, so a lot of people would have flipped out. But having both of them on the same show, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm excited about them. I think all three of my new debutees did good. Maria Hera surprisingly did really well. Joe did really well, and so did Talia, despite her match not doing that well, but she's definitely good on the mic. What did Impact do? Bobby Roode, okay. I'm also probably going to start issuing out a lot of contracts with NXT because it is a little difficult sometimes. Oh yeah, by the way, Swagger has a little bit of morale issues. He definitely, what was the, let me go in the diary real quick. Where was it at? Does it even show it in here? It wasn't 6 months ago. Oh, these are just contracts. Okay, well, either way, we had an issue with Jack Swagger. I don't really know how to view it again, but he came up. Oh wait, no, I think I covered it with the marijuana thing, and I told you guys my opinion on it. I already covered that. Hey, NXT went up on Hulu. Awesome. Fuck, Monday Night Raw didn't go up, but whatever. What do we got here? Ooh, spoilers! We got some hires here. So we are hiring cheerleader Melissa. I love how I shouted spoilers before I can even avert your eyes. We are hiring cheerleader Melissa. We are officially hiring Blue Pants. And we are hiring Jesse White, the son of Vader, because, well, that's WWE. Also, here's some contracts we're putting out there. Take what you will. And some people will be available to start in 1 week. Did Vader go down here? Or Jesse? I'm probably going to call him Jesse Vader. Also, I saw 2K, or Let's Play 2, whatever you want to call him, had on their New Japan thing, called him Jesse Vader Jr. I may steal that if he's okay with it, because I like that name a lot. Why am I in here? Who was the other person I just hired? It was cheerleader Melissa, Jesse, and freaking, I give up. Leave Blue Pants, but there's another person I could have swore. All right, I'm just going on and on anymore. Let's check out the storylines before the end this episode. It's been going on too much. I'm sorry. I'm going a little crazy in this episode for some reason. Storylines are doing pretty well, actually. Minus Tyler Breeze and Hideo Itami's 52D+, but Sasha Banks and Charlotte, and I already knew Kalisto and Sin Cara was not going to be good, but everything else is doing really well, so definitely satisfied with that. Either way, Nerds and Geeks, this is the end of the episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor, leave me a comment, like, and subscribe if you have not already. And as always, my name's been OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, have a good one.